Do you want to do a master's degree program in Spain? Can you see yourself studying in a historic university, teaching English to Spanish children, and going out for tapas on the weekends? Then the Instituto Franklin Master's program may be for you. In today's video, I'll share my pros and cons, my own experience, and how to apply to do a master's degree in Spain with Instituto Franklin. I'm Jamie from ESL Teacher 365. I've taught in 6 different countries in the past 10 years, and I love helping people do the same. Whether you want to teach abroad for a few months or 365 days, I can help you make a plan and build your confidence. To learn all my Teach Abroad secrets, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. First of all, what is Instituto Franklin? Well, Instituto Franklin is part of the University of Alcala de Henares, which is located outside of Madrid. The Master's is known as the Teach and Learn program because you do have the option of working as an English language assistant while completing the program. This program is intended for passport holders from native English-speaking countries. The program runs from September to June, and there is a mix of online classes and on-site classes. You'll also be completing a master's thesis by the end of the program. Do you want to teach English abroad without doing a master's degree? Then make sure to download my free Teach Abroad Quick Start Guide, which is linked down below. So how does the Instituto Franklin Master's program work? The current offerings for master's degree programs are learning and teaching Spanish as a foreign language, international education, teaching, bilingual and multicultural education, global higher education, and school management. There are also some options which are 100% online at the moment. There are currently 3 different options for costs. These costs can change from year to year, and they've certainly changed a lot since I did the program in 2011 to 2012. In option A, it's €0 for the master's degree. You'll be placed in a charter or private school, and you'll get a stipend between 600 and 800 euros per month for 9.5 months based on how many hours you are teaching. You'll pay a €500 deposit, which is refunded at the end of the program. However, do be careful, there are limited spots for option A. In option B, you'll be paying 4,000 euros for the master's degree. You'll work as a language assistant through the Auxiliares de Conversación program, and you'll earn 1,000 euros per month for 9 months. In option C, the cost is 4,400 euros for the master's degree. Students must already be placed in a teaching-related field. There's a 200 euro discount if paid up front. As an American, the prices for this master's program can be very tempting. But is this master's degree legit? The Instituto Franklin Master's degree is recognized by some countries. I used it in Australia to get higher pay, and I do know that some teachers have used it in the United States. It can be difficult to use this master's degree in Spain because there are 2 different kinds of masters. There's a Máster Oficial or Universitario and a Máster Propio. So this one, the Teach and Learn program, is a Máster Propio. That means that it cannot be used if you want to pursue a doctorate in Spain, and a lot of jobs will not recognize it as a master's in Spain. The bottom line is that you just need to think carefully how you want to use the master's degree before you apply for it. So now that you know what the master's program entails, let's talk about some of the pros. The first pro is that you get hands-on teaching practice in local schools. If you choose one of the options where you'll be working as a language assistant, you can put into practice some of the things you've learned from the coursework. Another pro is the cost of the program is much more affordable than master's degrees in the United States. While still considered expensive as far as a European master's degree goes, it is definitely cheaper than one in the US. You'll get the chance to meet students from around the world. While most of the students are from the US, there are students from other English-speaking countries as well. You'll get a visa to live in Spain for 1 year, which makes this program one of the easiest ways to live abroad for a year. And finally, for teachers already in Spain, this master's program is a great way to stay in Spain. People often apply for this master's program after working for the Auxiliares de Conversación program, Beta, UCETAM, and more. Now let's look at some of the cons of the Instituto Franklin Master's degree program in Spain. The first con is that you may be placed in a school far from the Madrid city center or Alcalá de Henares where you'll have your classes. You just never know where you'll be placed. The master's isn't always accepted, so like I previously mentioned, not all institutions or countries recognize this master's degree. The last con is that your teaching internship experience will vary from amazing to, well, horrible. This depends on the school in which you are placed and the teachers you work with, so I hope you're lucky. If you're curious about other teaching programs in Spain, then make sure to check out my Teach in Spain playlist. So now I'll share a little bit about my experience with the Instituto Franklin Master's program. Like I mentioned before, I did this program from 2011 to 2012. I was actually placed in an UCETAM school, so I worked for 5 days a week, 26 hours per week, and about half of my stipend went towards paying for the master's, and half of my stipend I got to keep. I worked with grades 1 through 6, and there were several other assistants at my school because it was a very, very large school. I worked pretty well with most of the teachers. There were a few that were a little bit problematic, but in general, I did enjoy my time there. I ended up staying in my school for a second year. If you want to hear more about my experience at UCETAM, then check out this video. And as far as the master's degree program, the year that I did it, the schedule was horrible. We actually had on-site classes every other month, every other weekend of every other month. And so we were going Friday evenings and all day Saturday. I don't think they ever did this schedule again because it was honestly really, really bad. The professors didn't have enough information to give us for 10 hours. They just weren't used to that, and it was just not good for anyone. So I know since then they have changed how they deal with the class schedules. For the coursework, we did a lot of forums and online assignments during the week. And then for our classes that were at the University of Alcala, we would do things like have discussions, give presentations, maybe watch a movie for the film class, different things like that. In general, the coursework was not very difficult. I already had my teaching certificate from the US and I had studied education, and I didn't find it to be extremely challenging. For the thesis, I created a didactic unit of lesson plans. A lot of people ended up doing this, but it really depends on which master's program you're doing. My overall opinion of the program is that you get out of it what you put into it. I have been able to use this master's to get higher pay in other countries, and it was a fantastic way to live in Spain for 1 year. If you're curious to find out what a more current student's experience was with the program, then make sure to check out my blog post listed down below. To apply for the Instituto Franklin Master's degree in Spain, you must hold a bachelor's degree or equivalent, have a minimum 3.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale, be a native English speaker with a passport, and have a B2 level of Spanish, or a C1 for the Teaching and Learning Spanish as a Foreign Language Master's program. There is a €100 fee to apply, and applications open in January and close in the middle of March. Check out my blog post in the link to apply. If you want to do a master's degree program in Spain, then the Instituto Franklin is a great way to live, work, and study in Madrid for 1 year. I hope this video inspires you to check it out. Will you apply for this master's degree program? Leave a comment down below. If you are planning on teaching English abroad, then don't miss next week's video, where I'm going to share 7 things to bring with you when teaching English abroad. For all my tips and tricks, make sure you're following my blog and my Instagram at ESLTeacher365. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy teaching, and remember, the world is yours to teach and explore.